Hello ladies and gentlemen, Grim here, and today we are going to look at characters that in my opinion desperately need a rework. And I'm going to try my best to focus on characters that really have no purpose even just to mobile. I'm not going to say stuff like, for example, let's say Multiverse Supergirl needs a rework because she's only good in Arena and is not good in raids and soul raids. That's totally fine, she's usable in some place, so that means she does not desperately need a rework. I'm going to do my best to focus on characters that have unfortunately been forgotten and don't really have a purpose, are not the best to be used in any specific role, and you have nothing to do with them. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button because a huge percentage of you are not subscribed, and it's free, it takes only one click, and you can always change your mind. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into the first character, and that will be Dark Supergirl. Dark Supergirl has got a very interesting passive. She's going to do an unblockable attack when she tags in, and at the same time she's going to gain 100% critical attack chance and 100% damage for 7 seconds after doing so. And this is a very good concept. The buffs are huge, like 100% critical attack chance, and it's literally 100% critical attack chance. This does not suffer from the cap on critical attack chance to 75%. And at the same time, the 100% damage is crazy. The only huge problem with this, the only thing that's holding her from being a very decent and a very interesting character is the fact that her tagging does not chain into a special attack. And at that point, they didn't really think about this. They fixed it with Multiverse Armor Supergirl. Multiverse Armor Supergirl's got a very similar mechanic when she tags in, and her tagging can chain into a combo. So in order to fix Multiverse Armor Supergirl, the only thing that she would need as a rework would be to make her passive chain into a combo, so you can make use of that buff, because if it does not chain into a combo, those buffs will go to waste most likely before you are able to chain a combo and use an ability. And other than that, maybe some tweaks here and there to her special attacks, like don't make her something crazy. I don't want her to be the next best damager in raids and soul raids. I don't even want her to be top 6. I just want her to be usable. That's all I want. Getting into the next one, and it will be Batman Ninja Batman. I despise this character so much from the bottom of my heart because I did watch the Batman Ninja Batman animation, I do like it, and they have done a huge injustice to Batman Ninja Batman. Because of a few character flaws. First of all, the great thing about him is his special one, but the very bad thing is this thing. This into this. This has a chance to make this special tree cast no power, but the huge problem with this is that if you make your special tree cast no power with this, you're going to lose your combo on this, and your special tree will deal less damage. So you might overall deal less damage than if you went straight for a special tree. Than if doing that. And his passive is very badly taught. Like automatically perform critical attacks when damaged by critical attacks, and automatically perform armor pierce when damaged by armor pierce. Like you are going to have something that relies on you taking damage, and not only taking damage, taking a specific type of damage. That is simply not a mechanic that is viable, that is not a mechanic that is constant, and that's not a mechanic that it should be in just to mobile, because that's not how the game works. How should they work? I like the way his abilities look. Like, give him another passive, maybe something that adds a little bit more synergy with our Batman characters, like a buff for them, and at the same time make his ability from a chance to stun maybe towards armor piercing or something like that. But yeah, he really needs some fixing. And it's a character with great potential. Next up, Swamp Thing. Yeah, this has been a meme character for a very long time, and for good reason, because before, like a few months ago, his full attack combo was not even possible because he would get interrupted halfway. That was fixed, but he's still not a usable character, and that's because he was one of the first characters ever implemented in Just 2 Mobile, and it's a very basic archetype. The abilities don't do anything other than raw damage, and his passive will make him revive once with a certain amount of health when he dies. He's simply a very bland character, and that's very easy to fix. Okay, you want to make him a character that revives? Work around that revive mechanic. Make it, for example, so that if he was previous of dying to a percentage of higher than 80% health, he will revive again and again. So you make it that he revives the first time with 20%, and then he has to heal all the way up to 80% in order for him to revive again upon death. And maybe give him some healing on his abilities, because that might be the theme of the character that you want to go for. I don't know, but this guy really needs some love, because right now he's one of the most useless characters in the entire game. I'm not going to go over Batman Master Thief Catwoman because, yeah, she might need a reorg, but I'm pretty happy with the Batman Ninja Catwoman and how she performs, so I don't really bother with that. The next thing that we're going to take a look at actually is Blademaster Robin, and it's going to be the exact same thing as Swamp Thing in terms of his problem. His passive is Perfect Sun. He can't start a combo further than a minimum 7 hits. It means when this guy begins a combo, it begins it at 7 hits. And that's going to be decent, I guess, but it's not like the Batman Ninja Robin part where he adds 10 hits on top the first time he hits the target regardless of the combo. If the target is also already subjected to a combo that's equal to 20, it's not going to go up to 27 or something like that. So yeah, the first thing that you can do, there are 2 things that you should do in order to really make this guy shine again, and there are 2 simple things. First of all, make this exactly like the counterpart of Batman Robin. And the second thing, bring back the infinite combo. Back in the day, very early in the day, with Blademaster Robin you could do a very nice infinite combo, and that's why he was the go-to combo builder. And if you could do that again, then that would bring some light on him. And maybe give him 3 fast attack hits, I don't know, but that would be definitely an option. Okay, moving on to the next character. We are going to have, where is he? Enraged BANE. Enraged BANE is one of the worst characters in Just No Mobile because his abilities are bland, they don't do anything specifically, and at the same time his passive is going to be 4 seconds unblockable after he is hit with an ability. And this is very bad, because when you're hit a higher duration if you level it up anyway, when you're hitting Just No Mobile with an ability, there are 2 possibilities. 1, you are blocking the ability, and if you are blocking it, after that you can do your own ability anyway and chain your own combo. 2, you don't block the ability, and if you don't block the ability, then it's irrelevant if you're going to get unblockable for a certain amount of duration, because most of that will be spent in the animation of getting hit with an ability. And I don't know how they should go about this. They got his wrestler team pretty well done, but they haven't got his let's say steroids team, because he's got that team where he receives liquids that go through his body and enhance his strength. So maybe work a little bit with that, maybe make him gradually gain more and more attack as the fight goes on, maybe make him get more attack as he gets slower on health. I don't know, but this guy really needs a rework because he's not in a playable state. Next up, Sonic Black Canary. Sonic Black Canary is yet again another useless character with a useless passive. She's going to disable the enemy's block for 2 seconds after performing the special one, and that's worthless because if your enemy can block, it's okay, because he's not going to block, he's going to hit you, and the enemy has a frame advantage and he's going to land the hit first. And honestly, I thought of this, and I don't know how you could rework Black Canary. I'm not a huge Black Canary fan. I don't know how her mechanics works in comics and stuff like that, so make sure you guys let me know in the comments. Maybe go for themes similar to Silver Banshee, disabling abilities and stuff. But yeah, this really needs to change because she's more bland than half of the Silver characters, or more than half. Next up, CHEETAH. And we might... I'm not going to say it. So many people speculate that we might get the CHEETAH rework with the Wonder Woman movie, but I don't think so. Same deal, her abilities are very bland, and her passive is going to be totally useless because she gets armor piercing on basic attacks after using an ability, but after you use an ability, if you're going to use something as a damage dealer, you need to tag out to keep that all blades stacked up. After you use an ability, you can't really chain a combo unless the ability chains into a combo, and her abilities don't chain into a combo. So yeah, a very poorly designed character. What I would like to see with this character is going towards something that she has constant armor piercing on her basic attacks or something like that, or she reduces defense with basic attacks and at the same time induces dot damage on the enemy that stacks with basic attacks. That would be a very interesting concept to explore, but for now he's going to be, I think, literally the worst character in Just No Mobile. Actually, it's equal with the Enraged BANE and White Canary. Next up, we are going to have excuse me, we are going to have two more characters on the list. Firestorm. Firestorm, I mean, he has some use because he's got a dot resistance passive that he gives to his team, so you can put him in the team when you need dot resistance. But nobody really does that because you can just put the dot resistance on the talents. And he's got some dot damage on the special tree, but it's a very poorly designed character, a character that does not take advantage of the Firestorm team. I don't know, a very easy way to fix this. Even though this would not be the best rework in the world, but it's the very least you could do. Like, the only thing I can think of when I think of the Firestorm team is huge damage all over the place. So maybe make his third ability deal damage to the tagged out opponents, and make him, when he dies, explode and deal damage to the tagged out opponents and stuff like that. But yeah, he's not really usable at the moment, and his basic attacks are very awkward, okay? And the last one is going to be Blue Beetle. Haven't even unlocked him, I'm not farming him, I'm not buying him from the arena store. He's not like the character in the most dire need of a rework, but it's a character that's definitely not used by anybody because his kit looks interesting, but it's all over the place, and it is not able to be compiled into an actual proper build to be efficient in any of the game modes. You might use him in Arena and CA, but he really needs some love. And yeah, this was it for this one. Those are my thoughts on characters that kinda need a rework in Ninjas 2 Mobile. Yet again, I try to focus on characters that don't really have a role already, don't have a thing that they are good already at. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd like to have Atlantic Armor Aquaman, for example, be a beast in raids, but he's already amazing for an ICA and he doesn't need that. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you consider subscribing if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one.